So you have to seek refuge in Allah, even going into Quran. Okay. There are some causes of enmity, and we'll look at it in a minute. Let's see. I like this medicine of envy. Envy is a very serious disease of heart. It cannot be cured without knowledge and action. The medicine of envy, based on knowledge, is to know that envy is injurious for this world and for the next. But no harm reaches the envied person, rather it benefits him. When you will know it by deep insight, you will consider it as your enemy, and it is injurious to you. Envy is injurious to your world. The fiery pangs of envy burns your mind, and for that your mind is filled with sorrows and difficulties. Amen. So envy technically makes you sick. A lot of things cause envy, like pride, kibber, arrogance, big-headedness. I'm better. Why he got all them gifts? I'm better than him. I'm smarter than him. You know what I mean? And I know better. I deserve better. It could be you have an inferiority complex. That's why when we talked about As-Sabiqun liberation organization, we said we want to liberate the movement from inferiority complexes. That means we want to liberate Saudi Arabia from inferiority complexes of these Europeans. They feel inferior, they act inferior. Women feel inferior to white women. They're similar to what we felt inferior. For a lot of reasons. But they have Quran. They have history. They have so many other characteristics that we didn't have. Why should they be envious of those people and then in turn use all their wealth, power, and influence to help them stay in power? Look at how important this is. So we have to help heal our people. The minute we help heal them, the whole power shifts. No, we have 1.5 billion people. Soon as we shift to love, compassion, and organization, when anything happens in one part of the Muslim world, it affects us everywhere. The minute that happens, or anything close to it, problem is solved. That means a little Zionist state in Israel will not be able to ride roughshod over that whole area, including the United States of America. All of that is happening. All of that is happening right now. But the cure for envy, the discussion here is, first you have to know about it. But then after that, believe it or not, if you want to cure envy, if you've been lying on the people, you can start telling the truth on them and saying nice stuff about them. You have to make yourself do it, because at first you don't want to do it. See, it's changing your behavior and then changing your mind. You're making yourself do something. Like, instead of disliking the person, you pretend to like them. This is not being a munafiq. You're going to say nice stuff to them. You're going to find all the good points about them, and you're going to say them, and you're going to do them, and you're going to call people up on the phone and say, that's a good brother. Right? That's the best treatment for envy. Why? Because after you practice it so long, it makes it easier for you to do it. It starts wiping away the sins and all of that. It's a simple treatment. Now remember, if you let this stuff go on too long, it gets deeper and deeper. And it gets so deep, just like growing roots of trees, they get deep in the earth. Boy, you can't get rid of the boys. You got to cut them down or pull them out or whatever. But if you get them when they're young, you know what I mean? You can eradicate them very easily. That's the thing about the habits. We should develop the type of habits that's a cure. The benefit of every person in this world and the next world is open. Every person will gain benefit by your envy. But you think that he is oppressed. The envy person, whether you backbite them or whatever you do, it don't affect them. They don't lose nothing. And just imagine when things are going your way. You're the envied one now. You're the Masjid. That is M-A-H-S-U-D, not M-A-S-U-D, Masjid. That means the one doing the envying. If you're the object, if you're the target of this, in the old days, we was doing things a little immature. Technically, we knew that we were upsetting the Negro population, or the people who we were the target of their envy. You could tell by their behavior, it was just envy. And it wasn't nothing they could do. And it technically wasn't nothing we could do. That's why we told them in time, we're going to help you. We're going to help you because this is bigger than what you're thinking right now is not prepared to handle what's going on. As simple as it is, you're just not prepared. So we have to let all of this stuff happen. Anybody can recognize what we've been doing. We told some people in Oakland this over 6 years ago, 2014, yes, about this. That's 6 years ago. To a lot of people, that's a long time ago. For us, that ain't nothing. We told them, we're going to help you with this. In the meantime, we have a mission. We have to deal with boss man out in the open and make him look like a damn fool. And that's what we did. We had a good time with him. We're not saying psychological guerrilla warfare is totally over, but we already did that. That's why we told them what we was doing a long time ago. We said this is spiritual jihad now. Spiritual jihad is the treatment starting with what? The nafs, the envy. All the things that destroy the ummah. And this is not getting too, but it should be someone that has evolved along. Example, some of our brothers, if you put a microphone in front of their face, they'll get to rolling and they like that. Okay. They can't teach this subject. Another one, if you give them a script to follow, they'll follow it. They can't teach this subject. You got to have somebody that they put a microphone, say, I already got what I'm going to say right here. And it ain't what you want me to say. So you can take your microphone and stick it up your behind. Okay. At first, it seems like we can get the heat just a little bit. At first, it seems like this is not the type of person we want. You know, in fact, in D.C., they used to try to hint that Imam Musa might might say something that makes the system and the people mad, that I don't have the tech to talk to the system. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yeah.
Well, I mean their problem. You know, like it's like
No.
their problem is that they have too much tact. Sometimes you got to tell this monster what it is. You don't need a filter when dealing with a tyrant. Come on.
Well, we had to make some big decisions. They're all big decisions. We had to think, okay, here we are with a big organization and maybe 2 friends in the whole from East Coast to West. No, we have to think. We have to add up. You have to try to ascertain where you are in this. And we did, and we come to certain conclusions, and we acted on those conclusions. We changed the whole thing. I'm telling you, they would bring books in here on jihad and guerrilla warfare and sit them on my desk almost so I could read them. So I knew what they wanted. I knew this is what they wanted us to get involved in a physical fight. Everybody coming by here, Imam Musa, we get some guns. I said, get out of here now. Get your butt out of here. I don't want no guns. I don't want to hear about no guns. And that's just the way that is. Well, gee, y'all scared. I said, keep on talking that. We'll see who's scared. Anyway, the point is that we have to ascertain where we are and what we can do. Psychological guerrilla warfare, man, that was it. That means that we can have all this stuff happen in front of everybody. When we talk about envy now, everybody knows what we're talking about because everybody has seen, or they will see on these, right? Everybody has already read a lot of our old stuff. Whatever, we have shown the people that you don't have to be afraid. And you don't have to mouse around. You don't have to mouse around. You don't have to tiptoe and urinate on cotton. You don't have to do that. You could just tell boss man, that's what people need. That was like, what was that, how to punk the FBI? Boy, the Muslims first, they was rolling in. Then they put it in the link. I don't know if you remember, they put it in the link. And for a while, they was feeling out, about 2 weeks, they was feeling all right. Then boss man come back on them and they got quiet again. And they got quiet, they get real quiet. Those 3 people over there that the FBI was messing with on the board over in Dar al-Hijra. And our brother, the Palestinian brother, man, in fact, this picture is right there in the old link. He told them, he said, I'm not snitching on nobody. I'm not going to talk to you all about none of our friends or anything. I don't know nothing about that. And that made them even more nervous over there. So, let me try to, As-Sabiqun, we ask for experience. Because we're in a condition to where we need experience to know. If you look at our early articles, say on management, on leadership, we studied the standard leadership management stuff. But as the years went on, the flavor changed. The movement ideas changed. They evolved. So at first, we were just doing regular management, leadership, but it's like if you got a band or you sing, you sound like the Temptations, and then as the years go on, you start introducing your own sound. And after 20 years, you got your own sound. But you didn't start off there. You start off imitating your heroes and people, everybody does that almost. Nobody just starts up the first day with their own individualism. Some people do, but they're just rare. Most people start out almost imitating the people. When we start out looking at all our groups and movements, and the Dar al-Islam movement, and Islamic Party, and all of what they did, and some smaller movements that people don't know much about, and different Masjid, what was their experience? Then we just ask Allah for the experience to know what to do. It was simple: Quran, Hadith, right? And history. And then our own experience. See? Look, I don't care whether you talk about South Africa. Those rich people over there know exactly where we're coming from. They've sent people here a couple of times from South Africa. I don't know if you remember them. On a Sunday they come, give a little. They sit here. They've been here many times. Sometime they was over at the street prayers house, and I told them no. Say y'all wouldn't be able to handle this. And I told them in South Africa, with people that they are managers of, these people run basically all the big organizations, including Ahmed Didat's organization, you know. And we went all around. They knew I was going to come over there and raise some money for our project, so they shot in real quick and had us come. Would you raise money for Ahmed Didat's, you know, and for the drug program that we have started? We said, sure. Don't make us no difference. You know, don't be all right, whatever it is. And we went over there, we went all around the country. The person taking me was the physical leader, head of that organization in Durban. But he was always asking me, man, should I go out on my own or should I stay with these people? I said, you have to do what you feel like, you know, what you feel is right for yourself, you know, and for the movement. Well, I can't, the movement, they act like it's a business. Your dawah, how many people are you getting for dawah? How much will we spend? You can't do no dawah like that. Real dawah, right? Because some dawah, you may spend $1,000 and get 2 people. Some people you may spend $2 and you get the whole neighborhood. That's the way dawah is. I remember we was in, might as well call it Johannesburg, and I told the guy, the second in charge, I said, you guys and your family could run the whole thing here in South Africa if you wanted to. No, we can. Then he thought, yes, we can. I said, yeah, I watched the structure. I watched the structure of your family. I watch how this stuff works. Yeah. And the 2 guys there, they work for him. They work for the family. They have absolute authority over them guys. And I'm sitting there talking to their boss like, man, no. And it scared them to death. And the other guy, he's all uncomfortable because I'm talking to him in front of his employees like that. So it don't make me no difference, man. You know, Dr. Kaleem Siddiqui said certain things, and y'all know he said it. And now you're headed in a different direction. It's fine with me. I'm not going with you. I'm not riding on that boat. I'm not taking that trip. You want to take everybody else? It's going to cost you. Anyway, let me read a couple more things and then we'll close out. This is Almighty addressed Musa ibn Imran, the father of Bani Imran. Thus, O son of Imran, never be envious of people concerning the favors I have conferred on them by my grace. Do not glower at them, and do not succumb to your envious self. Indeed, the envious man is indigent at the bestowal of my favors. He's indigent. I don't care how much he has. If he envies anybody else, he's poor. He's poor because he's looking at what Allah gave him is insignificant. And looking at what Allah gave somebody else is astronomical. Among my creatures. Whoso is such is neither belongs to me nor him. Hasad, or envy, is a psychic state in which a person wishes for the deprivation of a blessing, talent, or merit, real or imagined, possessed by another person. It does not make any difference to the envious man whether he possesses it or not, whether he can acquire it or not. It's psychic. It's all in the guy's mind. The term imagined is used here for the reason that it is not necessary that there should be any real merits or advantages in the true sense of the word. For it has been established by observation that even things which are vices or defects on account of being considered by the envious as excellence and merits, he desires their destruction. Sometimes it is also true that certain attributes which are defects in human beings, but are bestial accomplishments, are envied by the envious man on account of significance that is attached to certain qualities. Animal states, all of that. The person just envies. There are various kinds and degrees of hasad, according to the state and condition of the Masjid, the one envied, and the Hasad, one who envies, and the nature of Hasad itself. According to the condition of the Masjid, qualities like certain intellectual, spiritual, and moral merits, or good and pious deeds, or outward factors like wealth, honor, and prestige can cause envy. Also, their antithetical qualities, when they are imagined to be merits, can also cause envy and jealousy. According to the conditions of the envious person, feelings of envy in the heart of the person who harbors it is sometimes caused by enmity, sometimes by pride, and at other times by fear